gonna team up with some sweaty ass chick. You gonna fuck her? You're like,
yes, I definitely will.
You want to fuck a chick with Camelot?
Oh yeah, definitely fuck a chick
With?
Camelot. I will feel inadequate, but I'll definitely fuck a chick with Camelot.
Okay, so
No, thank you. No, thank you. It makes me want to die. I'm gonna be honest.
What's going on, everybody? I see there's nobody really in chat, but hey, I still like doing these at this time. It makes me feel good. I'm relaxing and chilling out after a long day of torturous work at my day job. And here, we're going to do it like this because I like this layout a whole lot better because I don't feel so close to the screen. Yeah, I'm honestly, we're just waiting for Kenzo right now because we're going to be doing a building stream together, actually. It's one of the first times ever that I'm actually going to do that. And hey, I found myself on Twitters. Oh my God. Found myself on Twitters. Oh, hey, JB, I see you in the pop-up chat. How are you doing? Still, I'm just getting stuff set up and making sure everything is running accordingly. And I am making sure. God, I have so many windows open. It is remarkable at how many of these I got open. Anyways, till Kenzo gets here, I'm gonna be trying to gather up all the stuff. I have this function on OBS, and I'm trying to get it to work out that I could do it on StreamYards as well. Ultimately, I have an ability to stream through my phone or use my phone's camera as an actual link. You know, I'm saying all this stuff and I'm wondering to myself, why the hell don't I just send a link to my phone? We're going to try this. We are going to try this real quick. See if this works. If I can mute myself on my phone. God, mail is not wanting to load. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Because if I can get like a decent camera angle of myself putting this stuff together, that could, how powerful, 51%, this could work, this could work. We're going to try, we're going to test this out. We're going to test this out. Just prepping my back taco. Oh, Kenzo. We're going to see if this works. If this does, it's going to be shoddy, but this could be cool. Come on, we'll click this. Entering studio, move closer to your router when using Wi-Fi. Until I close the site. Extra cam. Mute. Let's see, will this work? Ah! Oh God, that hurt. Okay, that was not going to work. I'm pretty sure you guys heard that on stream. Okay, it was an idea. Testing this out as we go. I guess in the meantime, as I set up, I'll just show you. I used to work on this guy. I've been working on him since December, and I'm honestly not that far into him. God, that sounded super freaking gay. But part of the reason it's been taking me so long is I just don't have time. Mute second one. I tried that. It still just reverberated. So I'll play around with that. But I used to basically build these while on Skinamax. And since they started incorporating me more into Skinamax, just haven't had time. And I know I have more than just one arm done. Where's my other arm? Maybe I do just have one arm done. No, because fuck it duck, I might miss it apart. Because I thought I moved on to the legs. Maybe I didn't. And if I have to put together another hand, I'm going to have a hard time. Because these damn hands are a pain in the ass. Because on this one, I try to manipulate a hand and try to show it to you guys to the best of my ability. The pointer finger and the thumb are two separate parts. And to try to give you guys an idea of how big that is, these are little baby kid tweezers that I got to try to help put on the stickers. They're right around the same size. So you got to get them into these little nooks and crannies. God, I've been putting together 00 for about 6 months now. Let me see. I might. Boop doop boop doop boop boo. Nickelodeon. Let me just try to follow this real quick. Double check that I don't have pieces missing. Because if I have a piece missing, I'm fucking diddly fucked. Because I don't know where the hell it could be because it's been so long since I started working on this thing. But let's see. Let's just try to go one step at a time. Fudge. Fudge a diddly fudge. Okay. By the way, I am also live on Rumble. If you guys want to click the Rumble link here, I'll copy the link over here. Sure. I will throw that in chat. If you guys ever want to hop over to Rumble, the Rumble link exists. Fudge, it's been so long since I've done this. And I don't have a good camera view. Let's just try to pick it up from where we left off. So I would need boop-a-doo. Don't show us your masturbation tweezers. JB, come on now. We know those tweezers are too big for that. Okay, we all know that. We know I'm Asian from the waist down. This is a fact. And it's fine. It is A-okay to be Asian from the waist down. Is this D2? No, this is D1. God fucking duck. This becomes the hard part, is trying to remember which one's which. Let's eat. Where the... $5 says I'm going to have to open a new thing for D2. Yep. Get the razor blade. Go. Oh, gotta love X-Acto knives. Gotta love X-Acto knives. I'm just going to set that down there. I have 20 runners. Ooh. Man, I wish I had some runners. Let's see what no shit. Where is my tiny nip with a P? Okay, P. Wait. Crap, I'm doing this backwards. So it would be for you guys. It would be right. Am I doing that right? No, it'd still be no. But crap, the camera thing is throwing me off. Oh, excuse me. Nip with a PERS. Okay, these things. Ignore the fact that they're black. Ignore that fact. I got what I could afford. God, I want the god. I think they're called god cutters in Japan, and they're so freaking cool. So I need to do sheer 8 and 3. 8. Godshad. Yes. Oh, they're so cool. Kenzo, have you ever played I know it's a mobile game, but it's Gunpla Builders? That game is honestly addictive, and I had to quit playing it because I was about to spend way too much money on it. No, sir. It has so many Gunpla in it, and they keep adding more. It was actually one of those. It is technically a gotcha game. It's a free to play game, but it had so much in it, and it actually kind of felt like a real game. Kind of wonder if that's on Steam. I gotta look into that. I played it when it first came out. I beat the first round storyline, and then they took forever to bring out stuff. Then I went back to it after a year, and they added so much stuff that I just didn't know what the heck was happening. And here is the man himself. Let me get into a normal screen. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
doing
I was
stuff.
just trying to get set up, and it took me a little bit longer. I might be a bit more echoey in here too, because I don't normally stream from this room.
Is this your nice
Sex
little
dungeon.
garden area?
Yeah, no, it's my kitchen.
Oh, it's your kitchen.
Yeah, man. So it's a little bit more echoey.
Oh well.
It's the only place I have room to do all of this stuff.
All this fun stuff. I don't blame you.
I was having the same problem with. I'd started working on this one a little while back, and I went to find the parts that I built, and I couldn't find them anywhere.
Well,
and it was kind of an important part because I'd started on the body, with like
Mhm.
the ab crunch section and stuff. So if I didn't have that, I couldn't build the rest of it. But I found it.
So this is a where is it? I think it's a high grade. No, it's a master grade one. So there's so many tiny little pieces and parts. It took me a week to put this hand together because of how tiny it was, and I kept dropping
Yeah.
that thumb and had to get a vacuum to like one of those wireless ones that don't have the blades and stuff to try to vacuum it up and find it every time.
No, man, the real grade ones in particular have some. Oh, it's painful. They're so small. I don't know. I think they're supposed to be done by people with small hands.
Half the time, I'm convinced they want you to have very tiny fingers and stuff. And I've watched Papa Gundam put this stuff together, and I see all these like intricate tweezer systems that he uses, and it's like I don't have the dexterity to do that.
Mm-mm.
If I can't do it with my thumbs and stuff, I can't do it.
Obviously, putting on like the decals and stuff, yeah, you have to use tweezers. But I know what you're saying. And let's be honest, I'm a snap builder. I'm not. I'm not doing custom builds or like custom painting like Papa Gundam is. His work's off the chart, man. It's like.
I mean, if I could do custom paints and stuff like that, and if I was,
if I had time,
if I had time and the space, I would definitely try it.
Well, especially at the moment, I just see it as getting in the way of my other hobbies that I want to do that will actually potentially get me somewhere, you know, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I was doing this on like Skinamax when they would go into like a heavy army topic and stuff, and I just didn't care. I would just start putting together my Gunpla,
Would you
and then
just
they started. You try putting together a Gunpla when you're drunk off your ass. That's not fun.
I don't
That
actually
is-
I don't actually drink, Dammy, so
Well,
oh, yeah.
good on you. I drink probably way too much.
I just smoke crack and other stuff,
Well,
you know.
I mean,
No,
who doesn't
that's
enjoy
a joke.
it?
That is a joke, by the way, obviously.
I get it. You prefer the herbal substance
I
of
prefer
a
plant
plant.
medicine. That's plant medicine and other stuff.
Uh,
I like to
Yeah, well, I mean-
explore. I like to explore the nether regions of my psyche.
well, I mean, who doesn't?
Mm,
This is gonna get a little dark, but you know that submarine and stuff.
yeah.
Imagine being high on that.
Me and the missus, well, I think a lot of people probably had this conversation, but obviously, it would have been pretty much instantaneous, right?
Yes.
If they're, because you have a brain, right, Danny?
Yes. Well.
Yeah. Well, the brain takes like 0.25 seconds to react to anything. You know, race drivers, people like that. Sometimes it's a little bit. They react faster, obviously, because they're go. But yeah, 0.25 seconds. That thing probably would have crushed in about 0.1 to 0.2 seconds.
I think
So
it was.
It might not have even registered that anything had happened to them, because this is like, obviously they talk about the submarine would have compressed, but they also would have, you know, their bones and
They would have instantly vaporized.
imploded. Yeah.
Well, this is where my weird brain goes when I hear stuff like this. Like, what is that like?
What is it like?
Probably not a feeling you want to actually undergo, but what is it like to go through something like that?
Well, I think I've had a few times where I've had like a fall from height and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And a lot of the time you don't realize you fell until you've hit the floor, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be like 1 minute you're like standing there and then you've stepped off the edge and you're like, oh shit. And then it hasn't even registered in your head that you've fallen until you've hit the floor, you know?
Yeah. Would be like 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, I got into a massive car accident.
Mm.
We had a massive ice storm. I hit a slick patch and I flipped my vehicle at the time. Only reason I'm here is because of the seatbelt.
Yeah.
And I remember hitting the ditch. I do not remember flipping.
Did you actually lose consciousness or anything? Did you get knocked out? No.
I was awake through the whole thing.
That's nuts. When I had a crash, and for me it was the opposite. I kind of went in slow-mo. I didn't flip, I spun. So I went to overtake someone and they pulled out on me, and you know, one of my wheels touched the grass, spun me around, and I started spinning. But kind of, I think it's how your brain reacts. You know, like obviously there's a lot of stuff going on up there chemically that happens when trauma or, you know, adrenaline kicks in that can make you see certain stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in another wreck prior to that. Would have been probably 2 to 3 years ago. That one was really weird, and I still don't agree that we were in the wrong on that crash because it's just where we are. We were on a dirt road, and I remember it vividly as we entered this intersection first, and the other person sideswiped us. But apparently, we sideswiped them, or we hit at just that right angle, like we both reached the intersection at the same time. Yeah. And all I can remember is being completely turned around and not being able to get out of my seat until I forced it out. And all the airbags were out.
Wow.
That was the weirdest crash. You don't understand a car crash until you've been in one.
Yeah.
And the way your brain reacts to it. I do not suggest people get into car crashes, though. They're not fun.
No. No, my wife had one not so long ago, say exactly the same thing, 50-50. It even sort of went to court, and both insurance companies had to pay out 50-50 because it was literally both of their fault. And they were both women as well, so obviously
that explains a lot, actually.
Yeah, it does. So what was you got on your desk that you're building there, Dermy?
00 Riser from Gundam 00. This is his, I would say, probably third upgrade, because it went. I'm gonna do this off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've seen 00. So it went Exia. Exia gets destroyed. They then upgrade it to 00. They then make an attachment part called Riser, and 00 and the Riser part could connect to become 00 Riser. And it basically becomes like a god unit.
Okay. What do you think of the new mobile suits in the latest series?
In the latest series, it took a little bit.
Yeah, the aerial grew on me.
It did grow on me, especially when the upgraded form came out. I still need to get caught up. The last episode I saw, I think they battled the Gundam witches again, and the one chick died, and that's when my theory was confirmed. So you have to watch the prologue, and then all my theories ended up becoming confirmed that that kid from the prologue is in the Gundam.
Yes.
Or is the Gundam.
Yeah. Well, are we allowed to give away? I don't want to give away spoilers because you haven't seen it. So yeah, I won't say shit.
I should have thought that through a little bit, but the chances of somebody seeing that part is slim. So these don't get a whole lot of rewatched.
JB says that he would have died in 1975, but for a seatbelt that wasn't even standard equipment. His parents had added them to the car.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, we're happy that your parents added them, JB.
Yes, we are. I would not want to not have you in this life. Finished bag 4 of 49 on Lego Rivendell. Ooh. Lego Rivendell. Good. That does sound good.
Hold on, I was really quiet then, wasn't I?
Just a little bit, but a nice ASMR.
Oh,
it's kind of soothing.
Well, ASMR, you get to hear that's the sound of Gunpla, guys.
Yep. It oddly enough is soothing to hear that. Because when you're doing it, you're just relaxing, sitting back, trying to find the pieces that you need. And I can't find the fucking piece. The amount of these things. Jesus Christ. I'm looking forward to the anime convention I'm going to, because they have these massive displays of just Gunpla, and that's where I found Master Gundam last time.
Hello. Yes, this is the red parts for the one I'm playing with. All I've built so far is the body section.
I have. This is basically the most I have. I have this and one arm.
But I'm
trying to build the other arm.
I've got one I built previously here next to me. This is the Master Grade Sasabi. He's a bit dusty, to be honest, because I've had him out sitting next to me while I've been streaming.
I mean, just look at him. He's sexy.
He is. I didn't get the actual headlight that come with, like the Gundam one. I've got it for this one I'm building now, but this is actually a Games Workshop light for like tanks and whatnot that you get. I just fitted that myself.
Smart idea. All the ones that I built so far, I moved back there mainly because I got tired of knocking down Master Gundam.
I have him in this kind of like with the two guns, one gun in his hand, the shield, and then one gun over his shoulder. That's like how I like to pose him.
That is actually a cool ass pose.
I'm not very good at posing my Gundams though.
Normally I'm not, but like my Master Gundam, I had to have him
What are you
posed.
doing?
Well, he's riding.
Sorry, we've got some new.
Yeah, we got
Hold
this
on,
weirdo in chat.
Who's
We got this weirdo. What are we two figs up to? Well,
Hey Cloud, I'm just preparing my breakfast. Hold on, I'll just grab it.
Yeah.
I'll just turn my cam off for a sec.
Yeah. Well, Cloud, we're playing with tiny little men. Here, I'm gonna mute you real quick. Just while he's doing that, then he could come back. But no, we're building some Gunpla. We're chatting and chilling. Probably gonna do this for a few hours. If I can find the fucking part that I need, and I'm going to get a little angry. Because I'm looking for... There's 2 of them. And I've only found G1. But there should be another G, and I don't know where the other G is. That's H. That's H. So that means I have G somewhere. Let's see. What are you saying here? Uploaded a video a while back that shows about 2/3 of the Lego I had at the time, about half of what I have now. Ooh. I kind of want to see that. Here, I'm gonna unmute you now. Getting stuff figured out over there in the good old morning of the UK. I see a kitty cat.
Yeah, we got these the other day.
Oh.
My wife come home with them. We got 2.
I have a.
I wanted a puppy.
I mean, dogs are better, to be fair, because cats are little pricks. They don't really need you in their life.
No, they're independent. They don't.
Yeah, I like dogs,
Mm-hmm.
but we do
you
have
like dogs.
Yeah, I like dogs. I like them doggish, but we have a farm cat that we had to get neutered because if you have a male farm cat, they'll just eventually become toms and run off. And he's this fat cat that just stays around the house all the time now.
My wife's grandma had a small holding farm, like just a few goats and some big birds and shit. And they had a farm cat, and they're a different breed. He used to come home with rabbits. I'm saying,
ours doesn't come home with rabbits, but he patrols everything, and he's supposed to get the mice and the rats and stuff, but he fails at that sometimes.
These little things are going nuts. But yeah, like I said, we're moving home soon, so that's why we'd sort of supposed to have put the pets on hold, but she come home with those. She'd sort of... It don't really matter with cats, though, does it? You're supposed to keep them in for like until they have their shots and everything anyway, and it kind of will coincide with the move. Like we're moving very like imminently. But as soon as I move, I want to get another dog. I've always had a bull for the last 11 years. I've always had a big dog. At one point we had 2. I had my Akita up until like 9 months ago, and I really started missing him lately. Like the companionship side of it, and also the security side, I guess. It didn't occur to me, I don't know. Where I grew up was a little bit different to where I live now. Yeah, where I grew up, walking down the street at certain times, you kind of did you had to be on your toes, Whereas here, I've never really had that. But it just dawned on me like the other day that I do feel a little bit more vulnerable, not having a 40-kilogram wolf walking by my side, and I kind of want to replace him.
That's fair. And I mean, dogs they're quite literally man's best friend. And real quick, JB, I'm sorry about that.
Sorry,
man.
JB, I just read that as well, man.
That is a tough one, and it's always weird when I have to say this, because growing up on a farm, you do think of some of your pets a little differently than others.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
When it comes to the dogs, if they
They're
pass
like
away,
family, man.
yeah, the dogs are like family. And like when our cat passes finally, which I don't think will ever freaking happen because we've had him since we've moved out here and he's like eternal now. But when you live on a farm, you buy cats like you buy eggs, which is sad to say, but it's true. And if they live, they live. If they die, they die. Which is morbid to say, but that's just how you have to view it.
It's just
And it's
that's
not
nuts that some people actually have cats that they don't let out. You know, like a house, completely a house cat, like they live in an apartment.
like our dogs. We have them completely. They have all their shots. They're all up to date. But cats are a dime a dozen essentially around here.
Oh shit!
The cats are attacking. Christmas. Where the fuck is this? Wait. Found it.
This Gunpla build stream's going really well so far. We've both built absolutely nothing so far.
I mean, I built this tiny little piece. I mainly view these as just nice chill streams, and
I built something, but I'm about to set fire to it.
I mean, that works too.
Oh shit! I also have a Sinanju next to me as well.
Oh, Sinanju?
Yeah, a real great.
Which one? Sinanju is.
It's unicorn.
Yeah.
Full frontals mobile suit, the one that docks with the Xeon.
I get Sinanju.
I only said that because I wanted to say dock.
Well, I know. I mean, who doesn't like to say dock? I get Sinanju and Sazabi mixed up all the freaking time.
Mm-hmm. I actually, like I said, I like the Sinanju Stein, however you want to pronounce it. So I like the color scheme on it, and well, I don't know, it's just something about it I like. It's nice. It's different. So although I do like the red and gold and black and stuff, but
the
other one just pops.
Completely understand that. Honestly, a Gunpla that I don't think they ever made, but I found this a while back, and it's a G Gundam thing. Let me see.
See, I like the red color scheme, but it's more like a space Ferrari, whereas like Sinanju Steam, I know you don't like New Gundam, but that color scheme reminds me more of like a US fighter jet or something like that. You know, it's just more.
It's not that I don't like New Gundam. He's just, there's something about it that turns me off. It's kind of like Penelope. If you've seen the Penelope and stuff, I hate the Penelope with a passion. That one I legitimately hate. New Gundam, I'm just indifferent to. But if I could find
Nightingale, you like that one?
Nightingale. Let me take a look real quick because
it's in the manga for Char's Counterattack.
I might have seen it. I just need to take a look. Yes,
it's got the big booty with the things
in
the sleeves.
I have seen this thing countless times, and I've almost purchased it because I want that thing. There's something about Char's mobile suits that are just so perfect.
Well, I'd like a diorama with all of the mobile suits from Char's Counterattack somehow, and obviously center would be Sazabi and New Gundam, but in the manga it's different. Char retreats to the Nightingale before, like he doesn't die in Sazabi like he does in the cartoon in the anime. It's slightly different.
Well, in the manga, a lot of things are different. Like, I'm going to show this. You've seen G Gundam, right? So, in the mangas for G Gundam, they actually continue on. This is, I want to say,
Master
the
God
upgrade
Gundam.
of. This is Master God Gundam. I think this is the second the next tournament after, and I don't know who pilots it. Like, this is only in a manga released in Japan, I think. And I really want this because you can see all the best parts of Master Gundam and God Gundam, and it's this champion belt. Oh, I want it. Oh, I freaking want it.
There's a metal build Kshatriya that I've been eyeing up. It looks so good. It's like in a green color scheme. It's really nice.
I have to purposely try not to look at Gunpla because if I do, I know I'm going to spend a buttload of money and then I'm going to have stuff I still need.
You know, you're at least spending $40 to $60 if you look. You can't help it. It's like, because the other thing too, if you see something you might like, next time you go, it might not be there, especially if it's new.
So there is one, if you do it online, you gotta go freaking fast. If you like, I have a bunch of them that I bookmark that I'll get notifications when they're in and then they're gone. Mm-hmm. Then there's a store an hour away that I might go to tomorrow.
I mainly buy mine online. We have a comic book store that do sell some, but mainly get them online.
Just a hobby. This is just a hobby store, and I go every so often. But they've once had like massive amounts of Gunpla, some of the crappy ones to some of the really cool ones. And when they moved spots, they had Master Grade Riser and then the Penelope and whatever it battled against. And as much as I hate Penelope and what he battled against, oh, that's so nice and shiny. You're muted.
It's a different paint job on this one. I'll be honest, this one's a Chinese knockoff. It's not the... that's an actual Master Grade Sasabi, that one. But this one was I wanted to see what they were like, innit? I'd watched someone else build one on stream. Some Korean lady. It looked not too bad, and most of it looks all right. The paint job's okay. It looks like it's a gold with a red on the top. But the yellow parts on Sasabi, like around his belt and on the boosters and stuff, they've tried to make it like a gold color, and it just don't right.
It doesn't look quite right.
No, it looks orange. But I'll see what it's like when it's all together.
It might look a little bit better when it's all together, because I mean, a lot of Gunpla, when you see their parts and stuff, you're like, how does this gonna end out? And then when they match in a certain way, that kind of, it is pleasing. But I've also seen some that are like, why did they do this?
The Master Grade Sasabi took me a couple of weeks to build, to be honest. It's just that I was doing it with my son as well, so I was like, I would spend most of the day while he was at school or whatever, when I had time, cutting parts off the rails and sanding them down and stuff, and then I'd lay them all out on the board, and then when he got home, we'd build them together, kind of thing.
That's nice.
It was sort of we've done that with a few. He likes to build. I've got on him a few of the SD, like the Chibi Super Deform, the little ones, to build. He smashes one of them out like in an evening, sort of after dinner. Like, it takes him maybe all day, depending on the kit, I suppose. Like a sort of high grade kit will take him about a day, 2 days, depending on what it is.
It's a whole lot easier to build this stuff when you don't have something to do, because before I started my channel, I was buying these like every other week, turning on Flashcast and just putting them together while listening to Flashcast. And I could bust out a high grade in one Flashcast episode.
I think it's dependent on the kit, and again, I think the real grade Solange took me about 4 or 5 days, and there was some evenings where literally one of them I did 2 arms in a whole evening, and that was like going till quite late. But it's the thing when you're watching someone else do it on YouTube, where it's an edited video and it's all cut down. It doesn't look like they've been there for 8-10 hours. I did watch one video where a guy did a Master Grade Sasabi, and I think he did it in 23 hours straight. Like, he's got a timer there. I think it was 23 hours. He literally did it from pretty much start to finish, without the decals.
Oh, the decal part. That is what can kill you. But I want to get to Cloud right here. His first mobile kit was a Christmas gift from his Sirius GF, now X, obviously. It was the main one from the original Mobile Suit anime. There is a special place in my heart for that one, even
Well,
though it's
RX 78.
yeah.
Yeah, of course, man.
Everybody has that. It has a special place in almost everybody's heart. My problem with it is it's just so plain, kind of. Because when I found it,
The aerial color scheme obviously is a throwback to the RX 78, right?
Well, most of the main
They have
unit
that color
Gundams,
scheme.
yeah, they have that blue, red,
Yellow.
red, white, and yellow somewhere on there. The only one that hasn't is Unicorn, from my understanding.
Yeah, I designed a pair of Air Max on the Nike website in them colors. I want to get them done.
They are in some nice colors.
Oh man, yeah, because I can't afford the actual Unicorn Gundam sneakers.
God,
They're like $400 to $600 now, because you can't get them from the. They did 2 pairs, didn't they? They did Banshee and the Unicorn ones. They look nice.
I'm not a shoes guy.
But that's a flex, man. Come on.
That is a flex. That is. I would chip out that money.
Yeah, for sure. I've been watching some other guy online, and he makes Gundam helmets and stuff. I guess he 3D prints them, but he's turned his house into it's got Gundam panels on the side of it, and it all looks panel lined. Obviously the guy's like a pussy magnet. Like, there's a queue of women around the corner to come and see him wearing his Gundam helmets in his Gundam house.
I mean, you just got to know where to look. Last year at Anime Matsuri, I saw some fucking nice shit, and they were getting the babes. There was a guy who, he didn't look like Guts, but he had the Dragon Slayer sword that he made out, 3D printed it.
Yeah. And
he had like Guts's whole armor after Golden Age, so like the main Guts outfit. And I'm like, dude, that shit looks nice. And of course, all the babes were around him.
Yeah.
Swimming in that.
I'd have been around him too.
Ooh. You also have Burning Gundam and Shining Gundam, but these weren't model kits. They were pre-built ones that they sold in the early 2000s. They're reselling
I've
like
got
those Gundam.
I've got a figure of one.
Yeah, I have
the Infinity series, Gundam Infinity, I think it's called.
I have a few of them behind me.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think they're Gundam Infinity. I have the RX. I have Burning Gundam, and I have I think it's Scythe Gundam? No. Reaper Gundam. No? I can never remember which one it is, because he ends up getting Death Scythe Gundam. I think it's Scythe Gundam from Gundam Wing. And I have those pre-built. So I have 2 Burning Gundams because I like G Gundam so much. As of right now, all the ones that I see in that Gundam Infinity series have just been not Gundams I want. The moment they give me a unicorn, I'm buying that shit. What? I'm going to type in unicorn gunpla.
This one's Infinity. It's a toy. It's not. It's my son plays with it.
We might.
I do like that color scheme, man.
I do. I don't think we have the same. It might not be Infinity what they are.
Yeah,
I want to get up and look.
It's quite small as well.
Yeah, mine are not that small. Mine are. They're about the size of a normal master grade.
I'm not going to keep getting up to go get Gundams. I can't be bothered.
It's a lot of work. I don't have a nice, rolling chair. I stream in a lawn chair,
in a tiny chair.
Yes, in a tiny chair. I had one SD figure, but it was the Burning Gundam in Serene State of
I don't
Mind.
have that many.
SD.
I haven't got like a collection like Extra Zero or some shit. Like that would be. It would be nice. I eventually want to get there, but
I would do anything for a collection like Extra Zero. Or have you
anything,
ever seen
anything?
Almost anything? Almost anything. No, I would.
It was all about, well, gay bathhouses and everybody. It's all about round the clock sex. It's all. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
God save the Queen, man.
Oh God. The fact that he did that recently.
I know.
Oh God. Yeah, I have successfully made the elbow part of an arm.
Legend. I might cut something off the rails in a minute.
Eventually. I'm just slowly chipping through it one by one, and then I forget where the fuck I need to go.
I'm just remembering when I built this Sotheby last time, I had like all little pots with like all the arm pieces in one, leg pieces in the other, body pieces in the other, head, the shoulder pads, and then the backpack. And I sort of kept it all separately and tried to put it all together.
Why don't I have a show called Back Taco Tuesdays? So there's actually a legitimate reason why I don't normally stream Tuesday nights. One,
Geeks and
my work
Gamers.
schedule. Not just that, but also if there's a meme stream, setting up like a recurring stream that day doesn't really work. So In the Tiny Chair will come back, hopefully in a month or so.
Nice.
And I can't wait because I've been working on trying to get a Culture Casino on, just to do an interview with him. And then I have some big guests lined up for Ballbusters. Like big guys. You guys might have side scrollers and freaking full Aussie, but I got an in with a really big guy, and I'm excited.
A really big guy? What, Nikado Avocado?
No. Bigger than that. I can't. It's not confirmed yet, so I can't say it on stream. I might tell you I'll tell you behind the scenes.
Yeah, I haven't been putting anything out lately because, like I said, I've been moving, but I have been practicing behind the scenes. I've been doing a few. I want to improve. I want to start putting out more frame by frame stuff rather than just, like the puppet style animation that I have been using, quite simple stuff. And I've been practicing quite a lot, man. And I'm hoping to have something in a couple of weeks just to put out to show people. But like I said, I haven't, with the move and everything that's been going on, we've been packing and clearing out stuff because we'll be out of here imminently. So I've had to kind of put it to the side for a bit. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to sit all day and try. And it's a long process. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna respond to JP. No, I don't have God's phone number. What I will say is he is big in our sphere. Let's just say that he's big in our sphere. I wouldn't say he's Geeks and Gamers big or Nerdrotic big, but he's up there. He's up there, and he said that he would like to come on Ballbusters after I asked.
He's a big, sexy man, is he?
I don't know if he's sexy. I mean, I've seen him in person, and I can tell you this much: I don't know. I do not know, and if I say too much more,
that's ticked a few people off. Then
yes,
yeah, that's eliminated a few people. So it's not.
If I say too much more, because it will end up revealing who he is. Because even seeing him in person, he doesn't show his face. I'll say that.
Oh.
He's not confirmed yet if you figure it out. So I can't say his name, but I'm working on it.
What do you mean? What he's going to be doing together? Streaming, I guess.
He's going to be a guest.
Nice.
And
What, a recurring one?
He might be recurring if it all goes well. He might come back and stuff. And
I had a good time on Ball Busters.
I would. Trying to think. I'm trying to get this
Cloud
week.
Cloud says you just tipped it off with that. Apparently,
I just tipped it off.
Yeah.
Cloud. Well, I mean, I think I already told Cloud. Maybe not.
Just the tip. Cloud's already tweeted it.
Did you just drop out and come back in?
No.
You did. I did?
Yeah, I see you disappear and then come back again.
You disappeared and came back in.
No, you did. Maybe it's the Mandela effect, fam. Like, that maybe they just fired up the Hadron Collider and now we've changed universes. Are you the same Dammy?
No.
How would I tell? Do you know what the Mandela effect is, Dammy?
Yeah. Yes, I do. And
yeah.
I think I've experienced it a few times.
I actually experienced this firsthand for the first time. I thought it was complete bullshit. I thought it was just knobheads putting stuff out, because all the ones that put out previously on the videos I'd seen, I was like, yeah, whatever. None of them are true. Especially like what was it? There was one with that actor Sinbad that played a genie.
Sinbad
played a genie called Shazam or some shit, and apparently he even went on camera and said, "No, I didn't make that movie." But then he said he was lying. He did make the movie, because I'd seen the movie. Yeah, so them ones, and the actual one of Nelson Mandela. But anyway, the one that got me, I don't know if JB and Cloud in the chat like are Bond fans. James Bond. Are you, Dammy? Are you a Bond fan?
I've seen a few of them. I'm not going to say I'm a huge Bond fan.
You know who Jaws is? Jaws? The guy
yes,
with the big
I do know who
teeth?
Jaws is. Yeah.
Right. Well, there's a Roger Moore one called Moonraker. Yeah.
Moonraker. Yeah.
Moonraker. And it's like a space kind of one, obviously. And there's a scene in it. On JB's screen, I dropped out for a second. Oh, snap. Anyway, there's a scene in it where Jaws meets a female character called Dolly, and she's like a geeky girl with glasses, pigtails and stuff, and he's a big, massive Bond villain, with metal teeth, and they play like the love music that's like a classic love music that you would know if you heard it, and I remember, like a lot of other people remember, Jaws smiles at this girl Dolly, right? So JB says he saw Moonraker in a theater in Victoria, British Columbia. Is that what BC means, or is that before Christ?
I think before Christ. I don't know.
Yeah. So
probably
anyway,
British Columbia, but
so JB, do you remember that scene where Dolly and Jaws meet? And I'll be 60 soon, but yeah. So basically, in the scene, Jaws smiles at the girl, shows his metal teeth. Yeah, she smiles back at him, and she has braces. Yeah, and they look at each other. He's got metal teeth, she's got metal teeth. They smile and then they embrace and kind of stuff. Yeah. I distinctly remember that the reason they had the connection was because of the braces. Yeah, and he has metal teeth. She didn't wear braces, bro. Like, I've actually gone back and watched the video. She hasn't got braces. But I remember her having braces. A lot of other people remember her having braces. And, like, there's other people I watched a few videos. I watched a video.
Did he just cut out for everybody else?
Whoa. Hello?
Hello? You cut out there for a little bit. Watch the video.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, so anyway, I watched a video of a guy digging out a 30-year-old VHS, and he was like, "This is BS, man. I've seen it. She does have braces." He puts the video in, plays it, gets to the part, and she doesn't have braces. And he's like, "Oh fuck!" And like everyone in the comments is like, "Well, I distinctly remember it because it's the whole point of the connection. Why would they Why would she like him just from him smiling and her smiling back? The whole scene doesn't make sense without the braces, as far as I'm concerned, and a lot of other people. They're trying to silence me. Cloud's right. That's why I keep cutting out. This is real,
that
bro.
makes sense.
And even the version that's out there, like on the old films, you'd get them little white splodges that appear on screen, like the film imperfection. One of those appears on her mouth. Just as you first see her and she smiles, one of them appears in her mouth, like where the Illuminati did the cut and took it out to mess with us. I'm telling you, man. We need to explore this on the Legion streams. What's his name, man?
Yes.
CJP's a bit more of a Bond fan. He might actually know the scene I'm on about.
Well, I've experienced the Mandela effect a lot because of the because of this, I get all mixed up. Berenstein Bears, or is it Berenstein Bears?
So JB says the connection was they were both not going to be part of the new genetically perfect society. The braces were an incidental visual aid. But that's what I'm saying, JB. She didn't have braces, fam. I just remember them. But she didn't have them. It's crazy. And I don't know. Obviously, I don't own an old copy of it. I know my nephew does. My nephew has he's a big Bond fan. He has a DVD collection from the early 90s that he's got, and I wonder if he still has it. But again, if there's 30-year-old VHSs that it's been altered on, I'm sure it's been altered on those too. There's me saying it's been altered.
Apparently somebody's trying to argue, I just looked it up to try to see, but somebody's arguing that they're debunking it. But I'm looking at this. All I typed in was Moonbreaker braces, and a lot of people are like,
yeah, that is
where
someone made a version of it. Yeah, someone made a version of it. Yeah, that's what I mean. This because it's quite a thing online. People are.
That is.
Yeah,
that is
that
really
picture, JB, that's some European video editor made a version of it. Is that her with braces in that picture too? But yeah, in the actual scene, she don't have them, and it's doing my head in because I totally remember it. And more than one time I've seen that movie too, and that's why it just kind of shocked me, because I felt like, oh my god, the Matrix is real, Andrew Tate was right, I
love it when you drop little things like that in there. But
see how come on the video I haven't even my pictures disappeared too.
It's a StreamYard's glitch, so
I've got
all
the
you have
nipple.
to do.
That's
terrible.
terrible.
The nipple. Nipples are wonderful, man. All you have to do is basically just reload your avatar real fast, and I'll end up coming back.
Yeah.
This happens a lot. I've been streaming so much, I figured it out.
Yeah.
I forget why the heck I pulled up Unicorn Gunpla. Oh yeah, I was gonna price them, and my god. Because if I get a Unicorn Gunpla, I ain't just gonna get a normal Unicorn Gunpla. I'm gonna get one that can transform.
Yeah, you gotta. But that did you see? I think I mentioned this to you before. Have you seen the perfect grade Sinanju that Gundam just built? It's because there is no perfect grade Sinanju. It's one of them kits. I think I can't remember the studio something made the specific kit. I can't remember the name.
I just pulled it up.
Yeah,
I have not seen that yet.
It's a perfect grade unicorn that you adapt into a perfect grade Sinanju, but it towers above the unicorn. The one It's a Gundam just built is stunning. I need it in my life.
No, Gundam has had I don't remember where he got it from, but it was a fuck ton. And it was a God Gundam. So Burning Gundam.
Just built, yeah.
Yeah, and it's already just built, but it has the rings and everything behind it, and it's massive, and it's like, I want that.
I want the Sasabi that you got. as
Yeah,
well.
I want those things. Are
The
nice.
metal build. What's it called? The metal kai with some like ching chong word that I don't know, bro. You know, like,
I don't know.
mm.
Ching chong bing bong.
Yeah, that's the one. That's that kit. That's the specific one I like. But it opens up. It's got like extra vents, and it's got like I can't remember what they call it. It's like a mode for the engineers to work on it. The service mode. It looks so good.
Oh, have you
It's
ever
so
seen?
expensive. It's like $3,000 now because obviously you can't get it.
Yeah.
People
There's
legitimately buy them when they come out just to buy it and sell it. You know.
Yeah, You know how long it took me to find a Master Gunpla, a Master Gundam Gunpla, just in high grade. It took me and in 2 years to find one, and the only reason I found one was because I was at Anime Matsuri, and there was a guy selling parts of his entire collection. He looks at me and goes like, "Hey, I haven't built this. I've been holding on to this forever. You want it for $40?" Yes.
Hold up. JB in the chat says in 1979 she had braces in the theater. Yeah, and I believe JB more than I believe the internet.
I believe him too. To be quite honest,
he wouldn't lie. He wouldn't. What reason has JB got to lie to us two losers? Like,
well, it is JB, but I believe him on this one. I have seen the Mandela effect as well, and it's weird how it affects because I had it affect me way before like the Mandela effect became a thing.
I think they said it was when they started up the Hadron Collider.
Yeah, but this, like, my earliest memory of something like this happening came with this. I don't remember how long ago this was. This was early 2000s, and I found it. We didn't have a whole lot of money. We had cable TV, so if you found like a movie or something, got to make it work. And I found a random thing. I splurged and got something called Butt Ugly Aliens, which is apparently a CGI animated show. Honestly, it was kind of cool. It was really cool. Aliens could end up becoming these giant fighting robots. I liked it.
You've sold it to me, giant fighting robots. That's enough.
It was. I don't think it's aged well. If I could find it, it probably has not aged well. But I remember on this VHS that I bought, there were 4 episodes. There wasn't 3. There was 4. I don't remember. I distinctly remember 4 episodes. Watched the first like 2 times, 4 episodes. Watched it a third time. There was only 3 episodes.
Damn.
I remember there being a 4th episode on there.
There's also, not just the Mandela effect. There's a whole section of the internet and YouTube dedicated to lost media. Perhaps there might be a video dedicated to that. Well, there is. There's websites about it. Like they look for like the same sort of thing. Someone will say, "Oh, I remember this Cartoon Network short of whatever Goku talking to someone else that someone had made."
I've seen some of those things. Those things are creepy. Oh, I found it. Oh, Butt Ugly Martians is what it's called. And yeah.
Oh
no, this thing has not aged well.
Cloud says, apparently now in storyline, the line is, "There's a snake in my boots." Yeah, but he remembers it being, "There's a snake in my boot."
It is. There's a snake in my boot. Wait.
See, they're messing with us, man. I'm telling you. I'm trying to make the frogs gay.
Have you seen that Alex? Have you seen Jeremy play that Alex Jones clip now when he's meeting with RFK?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that thing makes me laugh. I need to find it. I want it for my stream so badly. But real quick, it's called Butt Ugly Martians. This thing has not aged.
I remember that. I remember this show.
I've only seen 1 episode of it. Oh God, I remember her. Man, she was hot. This thing has not aged well.
Nor have I.
Oh, you've aged beautifully. Oh God, I can remember even when they brought in her. Oh,
hand shot first, and the line is, "No, I am your father."
I know that one. Like Han shot first the reason that thing exists because George Lucas, he started playing around with everything. But the no, I am your father line, that is a legitimate one that has been an issue for years. Although I don't think that's a Mandela effect. I think that's just stupid people being stupid.
No, it's just a false implanted memory, and it's how you remember it.
Mm-hmm.
The mind's strange. You know, you can have memories of things that you weren't at based on something someone's told you. You know, and you've created a whole, and then you're like, hold on, I weren't there, was I? It's just you told me.
Yeah, and like,
Mm.
and like, it wasn't called Episode 4: A New Hope until Return of the Jedi came out. Yep. It was originally just called Star Wars. Like the first episode was just called Star Wars. So like you have things like that happen. Like I think when it comes to like a new, no,
that's
I am your father.
That's a retcon, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think what happened with
continuity.
I think what happened with like, no, Luke, I am your father, or whatever it is, or I am your father. Somebody misheard it. They put it into pop culture, and it just disseminated from there. I don't think that's an example of Mandela effect, just because of how prolific it's become. But then the line's something completely different. Now there is the "you like me, you really like me" line, which is completely not what it was, and that is insane. I don't like, they called the Mandela effect because people thought they saw Mandela die beforehand. I'm like, how do you?
They thought he died in prison. Yeah. So.
Yeah. What would that be like? Like the ones that I've seen have been like Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah, the cornucopia thing. Yeah.
But is it in a cornucopia or is it not in a cornucopia?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'll be honest. I remember it not being in one.
I remember it being in one, but crap. Now we've gone down a rabbit hole. We're doing this.
I'm sorry for bringing this up.
No, this is fun. This is one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on.
I'm a weird person that thinks about weird stuff.
No, because we can talk and stuff. See, so growing up, I remember Fruit of the Loom looking like this.
See, I remember it being the one on the right. Yeah, that's the one I remember.
But this is apparently what it is. I legitimately remember it looking like this.
I think we got it later than you guys as well over here.
It probably is true. And then there's Berenstein Bears. How is it properly spelled? Yeah.
Is it Bernstein Bears, right? BERN.
I'm probably going to butcher it because I swear it's Berenstein Bears, but it's Barnstein Bears. Yeah. It's Bernstein Bears, not Barnstein Bear. I cannot say this right. And the worst part about this one.
There's quite a lot of them, you know, dude. It's like, I feel there's a G.I. Joe one.
I remember this being Berenstein Bears. But it's Berenstein Bears. And I watched the show. I remember them saying Berenstein Bears, not Bernstein Bears. I remember this, and it's creepy. It's really creepy.
It
makes you wonder.
Because it's not just us, you know. It's everyone.
Wait, Smokey the Bear. It's not that. It's Smokey Bear. Wait, it's not Smokey the Bear. I'm going insane now.
It is.
I heard this was on because now how my schedule is, I'm listening to all like Comic Skate stuff and late night streams and everything like that. And I was like, God, motherfucking fly! I thought I killed you.
So what do you remember as the Star Wars line? Do you remember it as "No, I'm your father," or "Luke, I am your father"? Which one do you remember?
Problem is because I ended up finding out that the problem is because I've heard it. I've been all over the place. Hail Mustang! How you guys doing? I remember it. Jesus fucking Christ! I'm gonna smack that goddamn fly.
It was a moth last time, wasn't it?
It's a moth last time. This time it's a fucking fly, and they're even worse. But
I thought you had one of them long tongues where you could.
You know, I don't show that.
That's what it felt like.
That's for Sunday nights when that comes out. You know, it's time for the back tacos and stuff like that. But no, the problem with trying to remember, did I remember as "No, I Am Your Father" or whatever, is I've heard it so many times I cannot remember how I first heard it. But I knew I was wrong when I first realized it.
Mm.
And I legitimately thought I was right the whole time. But
there is quite a few of them.
There's a scary amount of them.
Like there's some silly ones like Shaggy having a protruding Adam's apple.
Wait,
Curious George never having a tail. Like I always remember him having a tail.
I don't remember him having a tail, but wait, Shaggy doesn't have a protruding Adam's apple?
No.
That's how I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
I remember him having that Adam's apple.
Apparently he doesn't.
That is God, that's gonna make me go insane. All these things are gonna make me go just crazy. Oh, back to my point though. I've been watching more and more of like Comic Skates and Comic Skate Kings and stuff like that. And I was watching Post Kings on Monday. Well, it was Tuesday. It was one of the two. And Kelsey started talking about like a concept for a comic, and he made it actually sound legitimate because you didn't see this concept for a comic he's building kind of sounded like something that happened in real life. And it was the idea that CERN turned on, the Mandela effect is real, and he said something that I have to be careful because of YouTube, but he said, what if because of the Mandela effect and because of CERN that it actually happened and we have a increased number of trans individuals that they actually are trans, they're from a different dimension and they're trapped in the
transdimensional.
Yes, transdimensional. Yes. But they, like, where they're from, they are a woman trapped in a male's body. What if that is actually what's going on?
Oh man, my mind's blown.
When you put it out like that,
well, who knows, man? It's because they did. Do you know what they did there at the Large Hadron Collider? Right?
They've done some crazy shit.
Well, they recorded a temperature on there like hotter than the sun. Like it was only very small, but it's like the highest temperature ever recorded. You know, and we've recorded like stuff out in space, like giant stars or whatever, and they've calculated the temperature of these celestial bodies, but we've generated a higher temperature than that on our planet. Like. It's worrying, man.
I don't. Why people think they should play with this stuff sometimes just boggles the mind. You don't even have to go.
It's like in the Oppenheimer movie. There's that bit where Matt Damon says to matey, he's like, you know, what? So you're telling me there's a chance when you flip that button, it might set the whole world on fire? And he's like, well, it's this very small chance, like 0.2%.
It's just too much. But it's it's quite literally the line from Jurassic Park. You were too busy wondering if you can. You never ask yourself if you should.
Damn straight.
And I'm a firm believer. I don't get the super religious stuff all the time, but I'm a firm believer that there's some things in this world God doesn't want you to know, and maybe you shouldn't go past that. You know, because some of the things you have to do to learn about stuff is just not okay. Like, we didn't learn about frostbite until World War II. We learned it from Japan because of what they did to POWs. It's stuff you just think, I didn't need to know.
Same as like this whole, you know, talking about the submarine earlier. They didn't used to know about that pressure problem. And there was an old, I think it was like an oil rig or something they were drilling like, and they were sending people down there to dig the shaft, and I think it was 25% of the people that worked on it were just coming up and dying of an unknown disease that they didn't know what it was. It was the nitrogen build, like the pressure sickness, basically. That's what they were dying of, you know, like, because they were going down, spending all that time in the lower pressure and then coming up, and so they didn't know about it when they were, like you said.
Well,
there's so much we don't know.
There's stuff like that
Especially
you find out over
idiots
time.
like us, of course.
Yeah, idiots like us, you know, never know until you figure it out. But there's stuff like that, like pressure sickness. You don't realize that there's a problem until there's a problem. So then you try to solve that problem. But there's like, when it came to frostbite and stuff, they just set people out in the cold to see what would happen. That's how they discovered that out. And it's like, why? Like, if there's an actual problem and you're trying to figure out like what's going on here, okay, but like actually experimenting on people, that just sounds terrifying.
There, around that specific time of World War II, there was quite a lot of horrible experiments that took place.
Oh,
to be fair.
No, it's not like rocks is a whole entire
like on twins and stuff. You know, like they used to do some horrific stuff. Like
there's nightmare stories of just,
and they would without sounding too Alex Jones, they obviously continued some of them when they brought some of the scientists over to your ways for the whole Project Paperclip thing. And then
I'm pretty sure your country maybe got one.
No. We're angels. We never.
Let's be real. No country is angelic. I mean, you guys did subjugate us for a while, and we pushed you back, but it's okay.
Well, to be fair, like the world nowadays is a very different place. It's smaller in terms of connectivity, and you've got people worrying about stuff that they would have never worried about 30, 40 years ago, you know, like
would you call that smaller, or would you call that bigger?
Well, no, it's small, like it's more connective. I'm speaking to you in the States. Sometimes we have a stream where we've got someone on from Australia, someone in America, you know, someone in Japan. Like we're all over the world, and if something happens, you know, somewhere in the world, because you've got people standing there with mobile phones filming it, uploading it to social media, it isn't just down to the media to report on things anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, if you didn't hear it on the news or read it in the paper or on the radio, you didn't hear about it unless you were there. And nowadays there's 50 people with mobile phones pulled out. We're not going to go down that road too much. Tranquil waters.
There's a lot of roads that I'm going to specifically say we don't go down, especially when you get into like, I cannot remember the dude's name.
It just annoys me. Your country and my country both, without saying too much because of YouTube, we're doing stuff at the moment that if you ask the people, do you want to go over here and do this and give money away and blah, 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 the people would be like, hell no. No, we do not. We do not want to do that. This isn't our problem. We've got enough problems going on in our own backyard that could do with being addressed. Let's sort those out with that money instead.
Exactly.
Like it's a no-brainer. Like
it is. We can say a little bit. It's involved to a certain area of the world that, you know, a lot of people legitimately just don't know why we're there. It doesn't make sense. It didn't become a popular area of the world until magically about prior to Donald Trump, about 2 to 4 years prior to 2016. All of a sudden this area of the world became very popular.
Well, the past couple of days, I don't know if you've watched Alex Stein or Russell Brand or anything, but James O'Keefe had another expose that come out where he was speaking to the BlackRock guy, and they were saying that basically it's profitable for them to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
110%.
It's good for business was his exact words. You know,
well, it's one of those areas of like, I'm weird like this. I'm fine profiting off of war. My problem is, don't promote it.
That's what worries me. When they first, it was like, it's not a war. We're not at war. Like, we're just helping them out or whatever. We're just giving them financial aid. It's about the people of Ukraine. Like, you've got to think of all these people. We need to help them, send some money. We sent Storm Shadow missiles. Like, I don't see how that's going to benefit the people of the Ukraine specifically. It's going to help, obviously, to advance military strategies for the Ukrainians, but it makes me feel absolutely helpless. And I don't know if anyone else does, but I see a statement yesterday from the Russian defense minister saying that those specific Storm Shadow missiles and the ones that you guys donated, if any of them get used on Russian territories, they will see that as an act of aggression from the UK and the US. And we will be fully involved. So what the hell are we doing? Why are they not asking the people, our leaders that are supposed to represent us? That's what they are. They're not supposed to rule us. They're supposed to represent us and what we want. Why are they not saying, look, guys, is this what you really want? Do you want us to go out there? And I guarantee you it would be a resounding no thank you.
There's a buttload of money riding on this. And the
exactly,
scary thing
is... what annoys me, because it's not even real, bro.
It's not.
It's all. I sound like a weirdo.
The history of the world is quite literally countries rise and fall, countries conquer and do all that. That's the history of the world. Sometimes we don't like this. We don't like the fact that chaos is erupting and one country might be encroaching on another country for legitimate reasons or illegitimate reasons, or the reasons that America, and let's be real, we kind of poked and prodded them to finally just snap and do it.
Yeah.
But the sad thing is, at some point you have to sit back and say, we can't help out. It's not in our backyard.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, it's
the Middle East thing. A lot of that, the Afghan, the Middle East thing. That's we should have left ages ago. Because to be fair, they haven't done anything. It's gone back to how it was before, straight after we left.
Oddly enough, it's actually kind of in a better position. Weirdly enough, I've heard
and
some.
It's like in this specific thing, the people in the Ukraine areas specifically want it to be under Russian rule. They're predominantly Russian people.
Some of them do, some of them don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I believe in self-determination.
I know I'm oversimplifying it, saying there's a diplomatic solution to everything. Yeah.
And sometimes there's not. Sometimes war erupts. It's the reality of the world. And sometimes you just got to say, you know what? We can't be involved in this one. If it starts spiraling out of control and they strike us, go glass the people. But until then, there's no point.
It's hard. I think we need to have a legitimate alien invasion or some shit, so then we can sort of unify as a people. Kind of like they did in Star Trek kind of thing.
Or kind of like in Independence Day 1. We don't talk about 2, but that's a wonderful moment. Like, everything's destroyed and everybody comes together. Like, this is the time we need to stand as a race and not as nations.
Yeah, as a human race, not as races divided.
Not as some of them were enemies. China, Japan, Russia, and back then it was a whole different dynamic than it is now. But this world, all you need is that one massive threat, and maybe we could come together. And that was
a lot of them. I'll be honest, Dami. A lot of them are laughing at us, not me and you, but our countries in particular, and some of the European ones. They're just laughing at us because we're godless nutcases at the moment, it seems, if you're from an outsider looking in.
It really does feel that way sometimes, that there is no hope. Why keep fighting? But then you realize that that's what they want. They want you to be demoralized. They want you to give up. They want you to stand back and let them do whatever they want.
They want to make frogs gay.
Yes, they want to make the frogs gay. And that's why when you see people like Alex Jones getting taken down, people, not to get super political, but people like Trump, when they're going after these people heavily, makes you wonder why they going after them.
JB in the chat says, according to his calendar, World War III goes hot 2 years from yesterday on the 84th anniversary of Operation Barbarossa. And JB wouldn't lie.
He wouldn't lie.
He wouldn't lie.
He would not lie.
She had braces, telling you.
100%. I believe you.
I really want to ask CJP, because he's a Bond guy, isn't he? I guess. Well, he makes Bond music all the time.
You know what?
I'm not sure if he's actually a Bond fan or just a GoldenEye computer game fan. So
he might be both, but let me think something real quick. I'm looking at my roster for tomorrow.
I hope you're wrong too, JB. I'm sorry, but I really do.
4, 5, 6, 7.
I mean, I've already escaped to like a more rural setting than where I grew up because of the BS in the cities and stuff, and I don't think I can escape my country altogether.
That's one of those things, like, do you escape your country altogether? Or do you... Because even in the UK, I mean, a lot of people, like in Britain, let's be real, in Britain, there's a lot of decent areas in Britain that are like...
It's so small though, Danny, compared to...
It is.
So small.
It is.
You can drive from one end to the other in a day.
And it can take us multiple days just to get... So from where I live, if I was to drive to Anime Matsuri, that would be about a full day drive or a day and a half, depending on how I did it. And that's barely even crossing the country. When you think of that, like, we have a massive country and we can disappear, but I'm over in Britain. I mean, you guys have some based areas. And
to be fair, if they nuke London, I'm far away enough to avoid the blast radius, but I'll be fucked from the radiation sickness, more than likely.
And
all that shit will blow this way.
I know his thing is tranquil waters, but it's Mustang, and he's right. The problem in the U.S. is the coasts. Well, the coast, and it's mainly just our mega cities, if you think about it. Like our cultural hub cities are our big problem.
Do you think you could handle that lifestyle, like growing up where you've kind of grown up
in the city? No,
it's completely different, isn't it?
I've lived in the city for about a year and a half, and I hated it. I could not deal with it. The closest I could do is live in a suburb or a small town outside the city.
I worked in the main city near me for a long time in Cambridge, but again, Cambridge has got city status, but compared to some of the larger cities in the UK, it's not as big. It's only rich because of the universities and stuff.
That's the only reason, like, my hometown has money is because we have a college here. But Mustang, that's if I take the toll roads. If I don't take the toll roads, it's like 12 hours. And I'm terrified of driving through Dallas, so I'm terrified of those toll roads too.
Well, Cloud says if they nuke Boston, he'll be effed. Let's hope they don't.
I don't think we're gonna get into a full-out nuclear conflict because
it's not profitable for.
It's not profitable for us, but when you think about the nuclear conflict side, kind of ain't very profitable for.
No, long term, it's not. No, you need people to profit off of.
Yeah,
and to enslave.
I think the idea with nukes is it's more of saber rattling a lot, and if they actually do drop a nuke, they're going to do it not in a strategic area. I think they would do it more in an area
Hawaii,
just to try to test it.
Like...
No, like maybe in the ocean, like something to show their might, not to actually like a test. They'll do a test instead of actually drop it to saber rattling, show off how strong you are. Do you want to deal with this? So like Putin would go to someplace in Siberia and go like, here, drop nuke. And show off their, I think it's Tsar Bomba is their strongest.
Yeah, I've seen that one, yeah. The US's biggest one was that one they did by accident, right? Is it, I can't remember what the islands are called. But yeah, they it was 15 times stronger than they'd actually predicted it was going to be when they let it off.
You did outhouse to Dallas and 4 can do it under, but coffee called. Listen. Mustang, you live closer to Texas than I do, for starters. 2, Dallas is a beast. I only rode passenger through Dallas, and that I was not having fun. I am never driving through Dallas. I will fly. Thank you very much.
I flew from from Houston to El Paso, and that is a longer distance than my country is. I think it was like a 2.5 hour flight or something. I can't even remember.
Well, Texas is also a special case because that's outside of Alaska. It's one of the largest states in the union. It's
huge. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It can take you multiple. I think it can take you multiple days just to get from one end to the other. So, what is Paul here saying?
Well, he says that we should just basically all move to Russia and start a farm. The Legion farm.
That's an idea. They have some cool laws, but at the same time, no. Because let's be real, Russia doesn't have fun gunpla or stuff like that. Where the fuck did this?
Do they not?
Go? They probably do, but it's probably an arm and a leg, and it probably costs.
They've got 3D printers in the internet. If they've given away free farmland, we could make a profitable farm and get some 3D printers and start our own.
You know what? We need to talk to Rox about this. We need to talk to Rox.
Bring it up on the league. We can have a poll and see. There's no Legos in Russia anymore.
They have a.
Clarkson's Farm is an enjoyable show to watch. Like I'd watch a show about us man in Russia farming.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen Clarkson's Farm, but right now I'm just imagining, a show with.
Well, they do have like
trying to farm.
They do have like a kind of stupid tubby dude that's his assistant, but he's like really smart as fuck. If that makes sense. Like he's thick as shit, but he knows. Yeah, basically that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, he basically is thick as shit, like thick as 2 planks, but like he knows his way around all the farm machinery. He knows everything on a farm, pretty much. Like.
Well, that's kind of.
He has intelligence in other areas. He's not.
That's how it is out here. Like because of where I grew up, it's rural. The farmers. They really hate doing a lot of the book smart stuff. It's not that they're not smart. They just really hate it. They know the farming. Leave the farming to the farmers.
I worked on as a roofer most of my adult life, and I worked with a couple of old school lads, that were coming up to retirement age, and they legit couldn't read. Like they'd been working on roofs since they were sort of like 12, 13 years old. Yeah, we have an area close to us called the Fens. And it's kind of like, it's a bit sister fucky. It's like Alabama. Like they sleep with their relatives, and they're all inbred and stuff, and they don't go to school, and they have webbed feet apparently because it's really wet over there. I'm not joking. It's a rumor that they actually do have webbed toes.
For all you know, it's true, but like where I'm from. There's a heavy Mennonite community. Heavy. And in the Mennonite community, sorry, I'm burping for some reason. You have like 3 branches of Mennonites. You have the everyday Mennonite, the person just everyday person. On the other extreme end.
Wait. What's a Mennonite?
It's a religious sect.
Okay.
It's kind of like Christianity. It's just a
like the Amish kind of thing. Like.
Yes, so actually that's the extreme end of the Mennonites is the Amish. In the middle you have Holdermans. Holdermans are heavy in my area. So in Holdermans they go to their own school. They kind of can connect with like everyday objects and machinery and stuff like that, but they go to their own school till they're in the 6th grade, then they're done, and then they have to work on the farm. And the women have to the women kind of dress like Amish women, so they have the bonnets and stuff like that, and they move around in packs. And there's some Holderman women that are nice to look at.
Do
Supposedly,
they have webbed feet?
no, but they will marry for land. Like 100%. They have arranged marriages and all that. I worked with a dude and he got fired about Christmas time. So I felt kind of bad, but at the same time, the dude kind of called for it.
Well, they have arranged marriages in Amish and stuff, don't they?
Yeah. But this guy was dumb as a box of rocks. Like, he makes me look like Einstein. That's how dumb this dude was. He was short. He was pudgy. He had one eye going this way and one eye going that way. Quite literally, I'm not making this shit up. The dude talked like this. And he was constantly licking his lips. He's older than me.
Sounds like Uncle
30s.
Ruckus.
Yeah, kind of looks like Uncle Ruckus. In his 30s, almost 40, and his wife, apparently she had a car accident and wasn't too smart herself, but his wife was attractive. And I'm like, how does this happen? And somebody looked at me and goes like, oh yeah, they probably had an arranged marriage. Explains a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That explained all that relationship. And right now I'm fucking pissed off because I cut off the wrong piece at the wrong time and I set it aside, and now I can't find where I put this little piece, and it's pissing me off.
So, Dammy.
What?
Fortnite.
Oh, Dermy. Oh, Bard Stories. Okay. Fortnite, Dermy. Come on, you know you want to. Join me and Grump. It's free. I do. The problem is just finding time to do it. And then I know if I play it again, I'm going to get addicted. I know. And because I have an account. I have skins. I play it like crazy.
Do you prefer first-person shooters or third-person?
I honestly prefer first person. The thing with Fortnite is you can end up hopping into, when you aim down the sights, you change into a third person. So I prefer to play in first person usually. Like, even when I played through Skyrim, I was in first person.
It's actually a game that I've actually played. I know I don't do much gaming myself no more. I kind of dropped out 2009, 2010, around when Black Ops 1 come out. Was when I stopped playing, around then. Sort of just as, or maybe a bit after that, maybe around when GTA 5 come out.
Okay.
But I've actually played Fortnite. It's one that my son plays. I actually quite enjoyed it.
It's a fun game.
The building thing, I just go to shoot some kid and he builds the fucking Eiffel Tower right in front of me, or builds all around me, so I have to shoot my way out and shit. And it's like, what the fuck? I just want to shoot and kill motherfuckers.
So they got rid of that.
The no build, yeah.
Yeah, with no build, you don't have to play build mode, and they were only going to have no build around for a short period of time, but it got so popular that son of a bitch, that it got that they just kept it. I will say it is fun. It is really fun.
It is.
Bard Story says he became George of the Jungle.
I know Green Rocks wants to try and do some more gaming streams for the channel and stuff, and I think he's kind of trying to encourage us to get involved.
He's trying. Problem is,
I think he wants to kind of do it more like the G&G crew do it, whereas
Whereas we
more
stream
like a
on our own
looser-
ends and we come
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
And
Not
I like
like
that idea.
I like it, but it's got to be the right game. You know, them guys
Mhm.
play like a lot of Nintendo stuff, like where there is that competitive yet fun side to it.
And you can do that. The thing is, though, like what Rox doesn't realize, and that I still haven't been able to tell you how to do it, is like when you use StreamYards to stream out just had the name of the game. Nintendo games or console-based games.
Yeah.
You have to do it in a weird way that doesn't make quite sense. And I think I finally figured out how to do it.
You got to have the correct like a streaming card and shit, right?
No, what you have to do is, because when you do a console game on StreamYards, there's no sound.
Oh,
It doesn't capture the sound through the capture card. So I think how you have to do it is ultimately you have to have StreamYards up. You have to have it in full screen mode. And you have to be capturing the full screen and playing on another screen. So you have to have about 2 to 3 different monitors
okay.
at a minimum to do it properly. I think I finally figured it out. Don't quote me on that, because I could very easily have that wrong.
Well, I wouldn't mind playing, you know, some of the simple stuff like Among Us or whatever. But
I mean, doing Among Us would be the ideal game, to be fair.
Or like Gang Beasts or stuff, you know, just like simple.
And you could do like, you know, Fortnite. You could do Nintendo games. You could do all that. But the reason like Among Us would be the best game is because it is cross-platform. On console, it costs a little bit of money, but everybody can get it and play it, and we can all interact together. And it can get up to 16 players. So we get on Discord. Some of us are on stream. Some of us are through Discord, and we just play and have fun. And you can do some crazy shit on there. And I know Soldier Spirit Adam, he's starting to want to do some stuff with that, getting the Skinemax crew involved in gaming and stuff, because he has his gaming channel on Kick now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking...
Well, did he get the $10 million contract?
No. I'm thinking, because what's wrong with him? You know.
No, what's wrong with them?
Oh, what's wrong with them? He doesn't have boobs. He doesn't have boobs. Them signing Amaranth is just...
What's your take on what Pokey's been saying about it? It's against her code of morals and ethics.
What morals and ethics? The goddamn woman played a guy forever. Freddie. All you got to do is watch that Papa Gundam video on her. The fact that she's still this famous after all of her scandals, after how many toes she stepped on and freely has destroyed people's livelihoods, the fact she's still this popular blows my mind.
She's acting like that if they offered her 10 million, she wouldn't take it.
Oh, I think she would.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You'd be mad if you didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have shown you my boobs. Although they're actually kind of diminishing.
No, you've been doing good, man.
Yeah, I got a comment this week that I actually look a whole lot thinner. I'm about 328 right now. It's kind of nice.
I have to try and do a bit more. I've got a hospital appointment in what's today, 23rd. So in 2 weeks, in exactly 2 weeks. For epidural, so that should relieve some of the pain and stuff that I'm having. And they said while I'm in less pain, I've got to try and do a bit more. So I've got to maybe start going gym or something. I can't do too much though.
Treadmill, Mustang. He has very simple stuff, very cheap to do, and he's in better shape than me right now. But I go to the gym because I do intense stuff. Because for men, the easiest way to lose weight is lifting and actually like doing all that stuff. So that's what I just do. But if you just need to try to stay in shape and do stuff, simple stuff,
more
that
cardio stuff, yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to catch up on chat Cloud can't play. You have a link to my retardness. I have right through OBS, no issues. Dermy has boobs. Here we go. Oh, this is John Connors on Pokemon, and yeah, she's great at upholding the innocence of little lass facade. Yeah. You
Yeah,
go
she
to
is.
that nip slip,
How old is she?
30 something.
Okay.
Like, she's not super old, but she's in her older 30s. And then here we go. Okay, serious question. Did you measure the circumference of the dermage before you started so you can do a 1-year resume? No,
Remeasure.
I remeasure. No, I should have. I really should have. The closest thing I have
You got
is
photos.
when I do have a photo. I have one photo. And it was when I shaved my beard. I don't take selfies a whole lot at all.
You're taking selfies right now.
Well, okay, yeah. If I do look back at some of my old streams, I looked fat. Like really fat. And compared to right now, I feel better. I have more energy. I get up every day. Right now, because of my night shift, I'm missing the gym a little bit more, but it's just because of how my shifts work. So, like today, I technically went today, but I've been doing it as like I go to work on Sunday. I get off technically Monday, but I count that as Sunday. So I don't go to gym on Sunday, Monday morning. I go to the gym Tuesday morning or Monday night, however you look at it. And I keep going on from there. And like yesterday, I didn't go to the gym, but today I went to the gym. And I have a routine. It works. And I'm increasing my weight. I did squats at about 245s, 45. Shit, I need to get a calculator. Give me a moment. 45 times 3 plus 10. Squatted 145 today. That's about half my old maximum, so I'm getting there. I'm getting better at benches and stuff, so I'm building up my strength. I'm closer to my senior weight when I graduated high school.
I always had kind of a physical job, like roofing, for over 20 years. So I was never big, but I've always been the skinny thing. But I always sort of had, muscle definition to my shoulders and back and stuff. But I've been sitting on my ass for, I don't know, nearly 2 years now, man.
Yeah.
I've lost quite a lot of it.
I mean, I started losing weight last summer, but then I got back on to eating junk food all the time. Tons of just junk that I shouldn't be eating. So that's why when I did this diet, I was like, okay, I'm just going to do the diet and we're going to go from there and see what happens. And I feel so much better now. Although, I'm not going to lie, when Houston comes, I'm going to eat like crazy. And Cloud posted this. Here we got Amish Dermy.
That's pretty spot on, right?
It kind of is. And God, I hate that fucking face. I hate it with a fucking passion. I should have never listened to that, Adam.
You should have kept the mustache.
No. Oh.
You should have embraced the creepy, man. It would have been historic. It is. I'll always remember it.
No, sorry. Mustang just sent me his workout routine, and I'm like, you know what? Half these things I already do. I do a lot of these things, so I could just send this to you as well, and a lot of good things would happen. And I'm just, God, where the fuck did this piece go?
Back in 1 second. 1 second.
Yep. I'm going to go insane. The fact that I don't know where this piece is going to drive me up a wall. No. And the problem is, it's tiny. It's a tiny little thing. And when I find it, I'm going to be like, oh, obviously it's right here. Checking on the floor. looking all over the freaking place. God fucking duck. I don't want to do it the other way around because I did it this way. Used to be a lot skinnier in high school. I was also less depressed back then too. Well, you know what, Cloud? I've been struggling with depression, obviously. Okay, it's just simple. It happens. I struggle from chronic depression. It happens. Sometimes I'm worse than I am in other situations. It happens and stuff. Something that does make me feel a little bit better for a while is just simply working out. And you don't have to do a whole lot. 1, change up what you eat. 2, go for a walk.
Definitely.
Just simply walk for an hour a day.
That's what got me really down, Dimey, was being cooped up when I first got injured. Because I went from being active, working outside, and also having quite a active out of work lifestyle where we'd go foraging, hiking, etc., to literally not being able to walk. And it took its toll on me, man.
That's what happened to me. Prior to that first the car accident that was in the intersection and stuff like that, I slipped on ice. This is one of the reasons I like winter because of the cold and stuff, and I don't overheat as much, but I hate winter because of ice. I slipped on ice in cowboy boots, and I fractured my ankle. So for at least the last 2 years of high school, because I used to wrestle, and I was always a bigger dude, but I was at least not super overweight.
Did you wear a lucha mask?
No. But because I broke my ankle, I didn't do a whole lot. I ended up getting lazy and stuff because I was always scared of what I could do to my ankle. And just a few weeks ago,
exactly the same.
Yeah. And just a few weeks ago, I did cleans for the first time and didn't hurt my ankle at all. So
that's what I was worried about. I started to get really anxious about being out, especially when I was around big groups of people, because I was scared that I was going to, fall over and hurt myself.
Cloud, I can't now. Talking about the walking around and stuff. I can't now because I live in the ghetto. Thanks, Dem voters. Cloud, buddy, old pal of mine.
Drive somewhere out of the ghetto and then walk.
Well, that, but also, you tell me a lot to quit being so negative, quit being so downer, quit being all this. Quit being negative, quit being a downer, get your fat ass up and go for a walk.
Go and touch grass, man.
Yes.
I watched some dumbass video the other day, sorry.
You're right.
About the whole touching grass. And it was some weird science. I think it was just one of these dumb videos on my Twitter timeline. And he was saying that there is actually something to the meaning of touching grass, yeah? Mm-hmm. About, like obviously we, our bodies run on electrical impulse and signals and whatever. But when you're walking outside and you haven't got your shoes on specifically because they've got rubber soles, you're grounded. Mm-hmm. And magic stuff happens. Well, but basically, your body works more efficiently if you actually ground yourself. If you're stuck in a stone building in front of a computer or whatever, you're not grounded to the earth, man. But spending some time outside with no shoes on, it sort of apparently is beneficial.
I'm already one of those weirdos that I have a gravel driveway, have all sorts of sticks and stuff outside, and I'll just walk around barefoot. It hurts like hell, but I'll just do it.
I walk around bare feet in the garden.
It is kind of nice. Okay, what are we here? The thing
with
I've
getting
talked
about
shape,
some absolute BS on here, haven't I? Like Mandela effect.
I mean, we've talked about all sorts of stuff. It's been fun. I like this. But from Bard Stories, who is also Mustang, I found out the thing with it getting in shape you have to watch out for is depression and anger at yourself for how much you let yourself go to shit. And then Cloud says he doesn't drive, but you walk and you play Pokemon Go a lot. And what Mustang's saying is, yeah. And I look at myself from where I used to be, and it's like, God, I really was a fat ass. And it really doesn't help that my Fitbit tracks how much fat I've lost.
See,
and I can track it. It's like,
I'm the
God.
opposite end of the scale. I always struggled with putting weight on. I
Mhm.
remember being like in my late teens, early 20s, and looking like Gollum, you know, and I used to eat and eat and eat, but just couldn't put weight on. So, and it's not nice for someone at the other end of the scale. So you're going swimming with your friends or whatever, and you know you're taking your top off, and there's 14-year-old boys there with a better body than you in your 20s. Like,
Yeah, that is really weird.
mm.
One of the upsides to working out so late is the high school kids aren't in there, and my God, are they just so fucking annoying? Because
I
they're
thought you was going to say something else.
no, I'm not going down that route. No, they're walking. It's so fucking annoying because they're walking around without their shirts and everything like that. And this is sounding creepy, but understand
Especially
why I'm saying-
nowadays as well. Like
Yes.
they are more into like doing parkour and like, you know, doing all their skateboarding, and they're ripped.
You know, last year you were jumped and hit by. Okay, we'll figure this
sorry
out,
about
Cloud.
that, Cloud.
And I'm sorry, buddy.
They were
I'm
obviously
sorry.
both hate crimes.
Yes, they were both hate crimes. Anyways, where was I before I saw that?
It was pretty something gay.
Oh, it was talking about those
Yeah, it was. Yeah, high school boys. Yeah.
creepiest discussion we've ever had. What's fucking annoying is they're walking around in the gym with their shirts off. Obviously, you know, like, and I've watched them go up to the mirror and start going like, And I'm like, dude, I just want to work out. I just want to lift weights. Get the fuck out of my way.
You're scared you're going to get a boner, and you're like, I just want to work. Is that what you're saying?
We're talking about this is getting creepy, dude. This is
Sorry,
it's
it's not me saying it. I'm not talking about. I'm just
I
asking.
know what I know. No, it's more like I'm so just annoyed.
I get
'Cause
where
I
you're
go
coming from, bro.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys that goes to the gym, throws in earbuds, and just get out of my way. Let me do my job.
Mm. Like when I used to be, you know, I fully understand now. When you walk through the park, there used to be some kids, you know, playing football, setting fire to stuff. Now they're there with their little Bluetooth speaker with some like EDM music, and they're all doing chin-ups and stuff with no tops on. And it's like that is fun for them now.
It's really weird. It's good at the
It's
same
like
time.
the fans
Watching
of like the Paul brothers and
Mhm.
you know, kids that have been infiltrated by the Tate brothers and stuff. You know, they're all on there.
It's this weird thing where, hey, I like the fact that people are going out and actively working out, trying to make themselves look good. But the thing is, like, my sister's in high school. She's going to be a sophomore. I don't talk about my sister a whole lot, but I bring her up now and then. And she's talking about how these boys, some of them are just so thin that they're trying to bulk up and they can't figure it out. And they'll watch all those videos. They'll be told, hey, you need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do this.
They don't realize it's a lie and you need broids.
No, you can bulk up, but the thing is they need to be eating a lot more calories than they're doing.
Yeah.
And they need to be eating very specific stuff.
I remember a few guys growing up that would literally sit and, you know, like while you're eating your sandwiches at work or whatever, and they've got like a big box full of whatever, like tuna and pasta and load of stuff, or rice, and one guy like sat and ate 8 chicken breasts. Like, yeah. Dude, what the hell? He's like, yeah, I'm bulking, I'm on the grind.
I eat a lot of, because I'm on keto and I'm trying to lose weight.
I think that's my problem though. Sorry to interrupt you. I think I'm permanently on keto, apart because I mainly just eat. I know I'm having bread too, but I mainly eat like bread and meat, or pastry and meat and eggs. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of other stuff. So I think once my small body's used up all of the the carbs, from the bread or the potatoes or whatever I have with it, which but I don't have much of that. That's what I'm saying. I'll sometimes just literally have steak, eggs, and mushrooms. I won't have any of the carbs with it. So I think I'm in ketosis quite a lot.
You might be, but like with potatoes, just a small amount of potatoes can knock you out of ketosis. But what like how I am, because I'm in keto, there's a lot of stuff I can't eat and a lot of stuff I can't eat. I eat a lot of bacon right now.
Because you uploaded a picture of your keto breakfast. That's what got me thinking on that. And it was basically looked the same as my breakfast.
And the only difference that like somebody even asked, hey, you're on keto, why do you have that bread? That bread was 1 net carb. And it's fucking good. Oh, it's so freaking good. But that's what I've been eating for breakfast a lot, is like a lot of eggs. I'm having guacamole for my avocado. I find guacamole with 0 carbs in it at all. No sugar and all that. It tastes fantastic because it gives you the avocado fats and stuff.
I remember you saying you used to start the day with just 2 toast.
Yeah.
Like regular toast.
And I found some stuff to try to give me other things that are still low in carbs, but high in protein.
Grains and stuff you can't have, so you can have cereal for breakfast, say.
So I did find a keto-friendly cereal filled with protein, and I eat it with unsweetened almond milk, and it tastes awful. It was supposed to be chocolate flavor. I was like, oh, this is going to be nice. I found this keto bread called Sola. It tastes fantastic. It tastes just like normal bread. Oh, here's this keto friendly cereal. Hey, I'll buy some.
Can you not have it with cow's milk then?
Yeah, but you have to be very careful and you have to look at it. It's like Silk almond milk unsweetened has 0 carbs in it, so. And
and milk, cow's milk has carbs in it.
Yeah, they're like pasteurized stuff. But our milk is also different than your milk. And Mustang says fast food tastes like shit now. Probably does.
You know what?
I mean,
I had my first Baconator the other day. We recently got a Wendy's.
I remember my first Baconator.
It's my very first one. I'd actually been to Wendy's before. I went to Wendy's I don't know where I was. I was on my way to Vegas driving from New Mexico, and it was somewhere in the middle. And I didn't have a Baconator. I just had kind of like a double cheeseburger. But but this time I had a Baconator. It was okay. It was nice. It was different.
It is different. It is nice. And God, I would.
It wasn't as good as Five Guys. I much prefer a mouthful of Five Guys.
I mean, yeah. I've actually never been to Five Guys.
No, we don't have one close. Whenever I go to the movies in the city, that's where my son wants to eat. So we go there.
When I go to, like, if I'm going to the city, usually it's on a Sunday, and I immediately think, hey, I want Chick-fil-A.
I've never had it. What is Chick-fil-A? Explain it to me. I've never.
It's a chicken restaurant. That's all they serve. It's Jesus chicken, as they call it, because the people are very religious. Yes, they have this new diversity inclusion initiative that people got pissed off about and said that they should.
What? So it's holy chicken.
Yeah, it's holy chicken. That's quite literally the joke. And
I'm down with that. That's cool.
It is. It's pretty damn good.
So is it sort of like Popeyes / KFC style thing? You can get chicken burgers or chicken.
You can only get chicken sandwiches, and I think they have chicken nuggets. And it's been a little while. I don't remember if that's.
So they don't do actual chicken.
No, but their chicken sandwiches are fantastic.
So we have Popeyes in the UK, but there's only about 3 in the whole country, I think. I'm pretty sure. But we don't have Chick-fil-A, and we don't have In-N-Out Burger. They had an In-N-Out Burger in London for one day, a pop-up thing. It was there for one day, and apparently it was very popular, but I don't think there's any.
So, like, here in the States, something that, like, everybody thinks that, hey, we all have the same restaurants. Like, here in Kansas, you don't have In-N-Out.
Mm.
Never tried it. That's more of an north south. No, I think a West Coast thing, kind of like California and stuff. Now, like on the East Coast, there's burger joints over there that I've never even heard of, like Burger Shack and stuff. And it's like, what the fuck's this? Supposedly it's really good, but then like further south you go, you get Whataburger. Like if I go down one state into Oklahoma, we start getting Whataburgers.
I think we just copy what you guys do, it seems. Yeah.
I know.
We don't have our own shit anymore. We have Greg's, the bakers. That's about it.
Well, I mean, America's kind of become this like cultural hub that they just send everything out. But when it comes to like our food, some of our stuff is fantastic.
Yeah,
In-N-Out is Cali in Texas. It's in Texas? You see, when I go to Houston, I'm cheating on my diet for about a week.
Oh, damn straight. We going Texas barbecue, man.
Oh, god damn, yeah. I'm going to get me some Texas barbecue. I found this place in Dallas. I'm not going to be able to go through there because I'm flying from around where I live to Houston. But I found this place last year. And
This conversation is making me hungry.
it's making me hungry, and it's also making me tired because I still haven't slept. And I need to be up in about 4 or 5 hours to start doing stuff. So we're going to start wrapping it up here soon. But
Okay.
I
think I cut two parts off the runners, and that was it.
I got about a little bit done, and then I lost this piece, and it's gonna show up, and I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Well, I've got this far so far with I've got part of the body done.
I got this.
I'm just putting the shoulder. I've got to put the shoulder bit. I've got to put the shoulder bits in next in these little holes here on the side. I've got to build them now.
And Mustang says,
I probably still won't have it finished in 6 weeks.
Just so, God damn it! I already bought the plane tickets. Maybe in the future I'll drive down there. Granted, I'm thinking next year I might either do Vegas or Dallas. It's depending on the two. I'm
Just do the
thinking
UK.
Vegas.
Just come over here.
Yeah, see, that sounds fun. That sounds awesome. I get to meet a few of you guys.
It's not a shithole, especially where people go to visit. You're like, oh, let's go to London, dude. Like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I want to go get stabbed.
There's
and not
people
be able to
sleeping
myself.
on the floor. Like, it's brilliant.
I mean, I would want to go see Stonehenge or some of that stuff. London.
You'd be very disappointed, dude.
I probably would be disappointed. But the only reason I haven't been to London or like outside the US is it's fucking expensive.
Best time to go Stonehenge would have been like 2 days ago, like on the summer solstice celebration. You can go there. You turn up about 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's all people there playing drums and some girls walking around naked and stuff.
Are they attractive girls? Or are we talking about weird hippie
like
hairy
the
girls?
smelly ones? The stinky girls.
No,
with dreadlocks.
I've decided the first country I'm going to go see once I finally decide to leave the country is Japan.
I want to come with you.
I'll bring you. I'll bring you. I'll bring Cloud. We'll take Megaloid back to his home country.
Bring life-size dolls home. It'll be.
Oh, we're supposed to be bringing dolls home. Oh, I was going to bring home a woman.
Oh, I've got one of those.
Well, I don't, so.
I have a very good one.
I mean, yeah, she's letting you talk to me right now. It's like, what the fuck?
She's out. No one's here. It's just me and the kittens.
Oh,
but it has been fun. It has been fun.
It has been fun, and I enjoy talking to you, Kenzo.
We're just wrapping up Megaloid, unfortunately, my dude.
We're wrapping up, buddy. Real quick, let me do this before I forget, because I will forget. Where can the people find you, Kenzo?
You can find me on the Legion stream. You can find me on Twitter, Art by Kenzo. And also, I've just got a YouTube channel. There's only a few videos on there so far. It's also Art by Kenzo, and I've put some animation and stuff on there. But as I explained on the stream, I've been practicing doing stuff, and I'm going to have a few more bits that I'll be putting out after we've moved. You know,
And I have. Go ahead.
I've got a few things in the pipeline that I have been storyboarding, but like I said, with the move and everything, I haven't had a chance to sort of get around to finishing them as yet. But I don't want to rush anything either. I want to just try and put out high quality stuff. You saw the last thing I put out, right? I think it was the side scrollers.
Yes. Oh, that was a nice one.
And they're still using it.
Well, yeah, because it's nice. Badass.
Yeah. But yeah, that's I'm getting better. I like to think, and I've got a few things in my mad little head that I'm going to try and make a reality, and hopefully you will all enjoy it.
And guys, I have all of Kenzo's links in the description. I kind of want to.
Yeah, I'm 2 subscribers off 100 actually. So like my first sort of little milestone.
Yeah. Oh, I've been 2 subscribers from 100. Yeah. If you guys haven't subscribed to Kenzo yet, get your butt over there. His link is in the description. You just got to hit @Kenzo. It'll take you straight there. It'll be fun. You'll love it. Dude is great, and he puts out some fantastic work. So please, guys,
and lots more crazy shit to come.
And I believe it. I've seen some of the shit so far. It's insane. And Wookie, I'm just about to. And on that note, guys, come back here again later tonight for Ball Busters. We're gonna have X-Wing on. He was on last week for Skinemax Saturday, so he survived that. And this is like a normal person who's recently reached like 10K subs.
If I'm awake, I might give you a shout, man. We'll see.
Hey, you're more than welcome to come on, buddy. It will be a blast. I love having you on, man.
Join the degeneracy.
Yeah, and I mean, again, X-Wing survived Skinemax, and he's willing to come on Ballbusters.
I haven't done a Skinemax yet.
Skinemax, that's a fun one. We need to talk to Adam about getting you on there. But in the meantime, guys, thank you again for coming by. And you know what? We're gonna do the new Ballbusters outro. So have a good one.
Hey, Devin. Goodbye, my old friend. Thanks for all the advice.
Bye-bye.